Billions of people are watching the World Cup right now. But nobody is talking about the countries that were never allowed to show up. Not because they were not good enough, but because of wars, corruption, government interference, and decisions that changed football forever. This is the story of the countries banned from the World Cup and the shocking reasons why. Let us start with the most controversial ban in modern football history. Russia. Russia remains suspended from FIFA and UEFA competitions following their invasion of Ukraine. This means Russia's exclusion is not due to sporting performance, it is the result of an international football suspension imposed by governing bodies. Think about that. One of the most powerful nations on earth. A country that has produced some of the greatest football players in history. Banned. Not for cheating. Not for corruption. But because of a war happening thousands of miles away from a football pitch. Russia was barred from FIFA and UEFA competitions after the invasion of Ukraine that removed Russia from the 2022 World Cup playoffs and has also kept them out of the 2026 qualification process. Russia has not yet been brought fully back into the international football structure. Millions of Russian football fans who had nothing to do with any war will never get to watch their country play in a World Cup again. At least not yet. But Russia is not the only story at this World Cup. Because something is happening right now at the 2026 World Cup that nobody is talking about. A travel ban affecting citizens of 39 countries including World Cup participants Haiti, Iran, Ivory Coast, and Senegal has prevented most ordinary fans from those countries from obtaining visas to attend matches in the United States. Read that again. Countries that qualified for the World Cup. Countries whose players fought for years to earn their place on that pitch. Their own fans cannot even enter the country to watch them play. Fans from Côte d'Ivoire, Haiti, Iran, and Senegal are all subject to the ban unless they had already obtained visas prior to the travel ban's enactment or managed to qualify for one of two narrow exceptions. And it gets worse. A separate visa bond program required fans from 5 African nations to pay deposits of up to $15,000 in order to secure a visitor visa needed to attend World Cup matches in the United States. $15,000. Just to watch your country play football. Then there is Iran. And this story is still unfolding as we speak. Further complications regarding Iran's participation occurred as a result of the 2026 Iran-United States crisis in February 2026, which resulted in the United States and Israel launching missiles at Iran. A country at war still trying to play football. There is uncertainty about whether the Iranian soccer team will play in the World Cup, due to the ongoing war between the United States, Israel, and Iran, and comments from President Donald Trump calling the Iranian players' safety into question should they travel. The team's participation remains up in the air. Imagine training your entire life for the World Cup. Making the squad. Flying across the world. Not knowing if you will be safe when you land. That is the reality Iranian players are facing right now. But not every ban is about politics and war. Some bans happen because of corruption and chaos inside the sport itself. Pakistan were banned from participating in 2026 after the Pakistan Football Federation was suspended from FIFA after failing to adopt a revised constitution aimed at ensuring fair and democratic elections. An entire nation of cricket-mad football dreamers locked out of the World Cup because their own football federation could not get its act together. Congo were suspended because of undue third-party interference in the Congolese Football Association. FIFA viewed the federation as no longer operating independently enough from outside influence. The suspension was lifted in May 2025 after FIFA was satisfied that control of the federation's affairs had been restored. Outside forces were literally controlling an entire country's football association. Players who had nothing to do with any of it paid the price with their World Cup dreams. But go back further in history and the bans get even darker. Germany and Japan were both excluded from the 1950 World Cup after the Second World War. The tournament came during football's post-war reset, with both countries still being reintegrated into the international sporting structure. Countries still rebuilding from the most devastating war in human history told they could not play football. Then there is South Africa. South Africa was banned from taking part in the World Cup due to its oppressive apartheid regime. FIFA suspended South Africa in 1961. This ban lasted until 1992. Over 30 years. 3 decades of World Cups. Gone. Because of a system of racial segregation so evil that the entire sporting world turned its back on them. And then there is Chile, perhaps the most bizarre ban in World Cup history. FIFA banned Chile from the 1994 tournament after the Chilean goalkeeper Roberto Rojas pretended to be hurt by a flare thrown by a fan during his country's clash against Brazil in 1989. One goalkeeper. One lie. An entire country banned from the World Cup. The World Cup is supposed to be about football. About skill, passion, and the beautiful game. But behind every tournament, behind every cheer and every goal, there are countries that never made it. Not because their players were not good enough, but because of wars, corruption, politics, and decisions made by powerful people in rooms most of us will never enter. The next time you watch a World Cup match, remember the teams that are not there. Remember the fans who cannot enter the stadium. Remember that football, like everything else in this world, is never just about the game. If this opened your eyes, subscribe to Beyond Human. Because every single week we go where others won't. The world is stranger than they told you. And we are just getting started.